Hi, good morning to everyone. Once again, welcome to physics class. Now, in this class, I am going to explain the concept of collisions. In the previous class, we completed the syllabus for the first week. Means straight line, motion in a straight line, motion in a plane, and also vectors. Right? So here, the topic is collision. Compulsory there is a question in NEET and also MCET in collisions concept. Very important concept, also very easiest concept. Very easy, dead easy. So what are the types of collisions? In general, collisions are broadly divided into two types: elastic collision and inelastic collision. In case of elastic collision, both momentum and kinetic energy are conserved, but in case of inelastic collision, only momentum conserved but not kinetic energy. Remember one thing: total energy remains constant in any collision, whatever it is, elastic or inelastic. Say for example, in case of elastic collision, elastic and also one-dimensional elastic collision. One-dimensional means before and after collision, that the two bodies are moving along the same straight line, then the collision is said to be one-dimensional. So in case of elastic collision, first one, linear momentum is conserved. Second one, kinetic energy is also conserved. Kinetic energy is conserved. Third point is total energy of the system is also constant. Total energy is also conserved. Remember these points. For example, in case of one-dimensional elastic collision, suppose here this is a first body of mass m1 moving with a velocity v1. Strikes or collides elastically head on with a second body which is also moving with a velocity in the same direction, and before collision u1 is greater than that means sometimes first body may be collides with second body, so that velocity increases and velocity of first body will be decreases. So after collision, velocity of first body is equal to v1 say this, and for second body velocity is equal to v2, and this is the situation after collision. Okay. Here remember, before and after collision, the two bodies are moving along the same straight line, then the collision is said to be one-dimensional elastic collision. ఇక్కడ చూడండి ఫార్ములాస్ ఏంటి అంటే, what are the final velocities of the two bodies in terms of u1 u2 m1 m2. ఇక్కడ ఫార్ములా వేరే చేస్తాము. ఏమంటాము? momentum is conserved అంటే momentum conserved అంటే total momentum before collision is equal to total momentum after collision. Means m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Kinetic energy is also conserved. Same point, half m1 u1 square plus half m2 u2 square is equal to half m1 v1 square plus half m2 v2 square. This is according to conservation of kinetic energy. Suppose on solving these two equations, we can get u1 minus u2 is equal to v2 minus v1. Okay na? u1 minus u2 is equal to v2 minus v1. What is u1 minus u2? Relative velocity before collision is equal to relative velocity after collision. This is true in case of one-dimensional elastic collision. And again, fourth one, final velocity of the first body after collision is given by v1 is equal to m1 minus m2 by m1 plus m2 u2 u1 plus 2m2 by m1 plus m2 into u. This is the velocity of first body after collision. And again, velocity of second body after collision is given by v2 is equal to 2m1 by m1 plus m2 into u1 plus here m2 minus m1 by m1 plus m2 into u2. These are the formulas corresponding to v1 and v2. And find the velocities of the two bodies after one-dimensional velocity collision. Right? These are the velocities for two bodies after one-dimensional velocity collision. V1 formula is equation 1. V2 is equal to formula. गुर्तुपेट्टुकोंडि जाग्रत्ता V1 V2 formulas after one-dimensional velocity collision. ಈಗ రెండు ಈಸಿ ಆಗಿ ಗುರ್ತುಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ you can solve the problems easy. Right? Okay. Next one here. Some cases will be arranged here. Case 1. ఎలా అంటే suppose if m1 is far greater than m2, m1 is far greater than m2, and the mass of the first body will be very high and compared to the second body. It is the situation. First body mass m1, it is moving with the velocity v1, collides velocically with a second body which is also moving with velocity u. What are the final velocities? Come on, tell me. Final velocity of the first body v1 is equal to what is it? m1 minus m2 by m1 plus m2 into u1. m1 minus m2 by m1 plus m2 into u1 plus 2m2 by m1 plus m2 into u. ఇక్కడ ఏంటి అంటే m1 will be very low when compared to m2. So that means m2 will be negligible. ఇక్కడ ఇది here also m2 negligible. ఇక్కడ m2 negligible. And m2 is approximately ఎంత తీసుకుంటే సరిపోతుంది? m2 is approximately 0 తీసుకోండి. m2 is nearly 0. So what happens? v1 is equal to m1 by m1 means 1 into u1. Okay? And v1 is approximately u1. That means after collision there is no change in velocity of first body. First body velocity remains same. తెలుసు కదా? A heavier body collides with lighter body. Heavier body velocity remains constant. What are the velocity of lighter body? Means v2 అనుకో. v2 equal formula 2m1 by m1 plus m2 into u1 plus here m2 minus m1 by m1 plus m2 into u2. Here also m2 is approximately equal to 0. m2 0, m2 0. ఇక్కడ m2 0. ఎంత అవుతుందండి? v2 is equal to ఇక్కడ m1 m1 క్యాన్సిల్ అవుతుంది 2u1 plus or minus plus into minus 0 minus u. Okay? 2u1 minus u. ఒకవేళ ఇక్కడ ఇంకోటి ఇస్తాడు. Before collision the second body is at rest. u2 is equal to 0 అని అనుకోండి. ఇది మొత్తం 0 అవుతుంది. ఓకే నో ప్రాబ్లం. v1 is equal to 1. ఇక్కడ ఇది 0 అయిపోతుంది అనుకోండి. ఇక్కడ 0 అయిపోతుంది. So v2 is approximately equal to 2u1. అంటే మీనింగ్ ఏంటి? v2 is nearly equal to 2u1 means after collision the second body moves with double the velocity of the first body. Double the velocity of first body. దీని విషయం ఇస్తుంటారండి. remember one thing carefully. Next one, ఒకవేళ if a lighter body m1 is far less than m2, it's a lighter body moving with a velocity u1, it may be collides with a heavier body at rest. Rest of the heavier body is inside అనుకున్నాము. So ఎంత అవుతుంది చెప్పండి? velocity of first body v1 is equal to ఇదే ఫార్ములా u2 0 is మొత్తం 0. Here m1 will be various. m1 cancel. తీసేసామనుకోండి minus m2 means minus s. అంటే v1 is equal to minus 1 and second one v2 is equal to here m1 negligible అండి. m1 negligible. u2 0 మొత్తం 0 అవుతుంది. ఇక్కడ 2m1 by m2 into u1 గా రావాలి. సారీ v2 is equal to 2m1 by అంటే ఇక్కడ m1 will be very much restricted. m1 is approximately equal to 0. m1 0 అనుకుంటే ఇది 0 అవుతుంది. ఆల్రెడీ u2 is also 0. That's why dp is equal to అవుతుంది. And after collision the heavier body which is at rest అదే మారు. ఓకేనా? సపోజ్ ఒక పెద్ద లార్జెస్ట్ స్పియర్ ఉంది. దీని వైపు ఒక మార్బుల్ జస్ట్ త్రో చేసేమన్నాం. After collision with the wall or with the larger sphere, marble will return with same velocity, but the heavier sphere which is at rest. Okay na? Give me some situations. Next condition, sorry. Next important application is suppose if u2 is equal to 0 and before velocity collision, second body is at rest. Second body is only. What are the formulas for final velocities? v1 is equal to just m1 minus m2 by m1 plus m2 into u1 ఈ టర్మ్ 0 అవుతుంది. And again v2 is equal second one v2 is equal to 2m1 by m1 plus m2 into u1. Okay, these are the velocities. Before collision second body explode, suppose the first body collides with second body, it can transfer some of its kinetic energy to second body. దీని నుంచి కొంత kinetic energy transfer అంటే there is some kinetic energy lost by the first body. Now we will calculate what is the kinetic energy lost by the first body. చెప్పండి, ఇది ఎంత kinetic energy లాస్ అవుతుందో సెకండ్ బాడీ ఎంత kinetic energy గెయిన్ చేయాలి, because it is elastic collision. In case of perfectly elastic collision, kinetic energy is conserved, means some kinetic energy transfer to second body, means second body is moving with the same kinetic energy as the first body. So that's why ke lost by the first body is equal to third point ke lost by first body is equal to, this should be equal to kinetic energy gained by second body. Kinetic energy gained by second body. But kinetic energy of second body is in formula, that is equal to half m2 v2. This is the ke gained by second body. It is also kinetic energy lost by the first body. That should be equal to half m2 into what is v? This one. v2 square is our component of 2m1 whole square means 4m1 square. 4m1 square by m1 plus m2 whole square into u1 square. Am I right? This is the ke lost by the first body or ke gained by the second body. Fourth point. What is the fraction of ke lost by first body? Fraction of ke lost by first body is given by, fraction of ke lost is given by kinetic energy lost by initial kinetic energy of first body. Half m2 into 4m1 square by m1 plus m2 whole square into u1 square by initial kinetic energy then only first body, half m1 u1 square. ఇక్కడ 1 by 2 cancel, u1 square cancel, m1 square to m1 cancel, then what are the remaining parameters? 4m1 m2 by m1 plus m2 whole square. So this is equal to k fraction of k lost by the first body is equal to 4m1 m2 by m1 plus m2 whole square. This is formula of fraction of kinetic energy lost by the first body. Okay, my dear students. Next one, what is the fraction of k retained in the first body? Fraction of k retained in the first body is equal, see here. Next point is fifth point. Fraction of k retained in the first body is equal. Fraction of k retained in the first body is k retained means half m1 v1 square by initial kinetic energy, half m1 by m1 plus m2 whole square into u1 square by u1 square. It is cancelled. That is equal m1 minus m2 by m1 plus m2 whole square. Which is no need. Guttritkondiga fraction of k last by the first body into 4m1 m2 by m1 plus m2 whole square. Fraction of k retained in the first body into m1 minus m2 by m1 plus m2 whole square. Okay. See, దీనిపై ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. డైరెక్ట్ ఎంసెట్ లో మెయిన్స్ లో ఇచ్చాడు. సారీ దీంట్లోనూ ఎంసెట్ లో ఇచ్చాడు. ఫస్ట్ ఒకసారి క్వశ్చన్ ఏంటంటే ఏ న్యూట్రాన్ is moving towards a heavy nucleus collides elastically. Mass number of the heavy nucleus is capital E. Find the fraction of k lost by the neutron and also fraction of k retained in the nucleus. Neutron. Suppose this is the neutron n01. Here it is moving with a velocity v1, collides with a heavy nucleus. It is at rest position. Okay. Neutron like suppose mass of the neutron m1 equal to m1, the mass number here, mass number అంటే number of neutrons present, number of neutrons and protons within the nucleus. Approximately mass of the neutron is equal to mass of the proton. Total number of nucleons is number of nucleons is A. అప్పుడు mass m2 is equal to ఎంత అవుతుంది? A into m. M is equal to mass of one neutron. A is the total number of neutrons or nucleons. Total mass of heavy nucleus is equal to A into m and U is also equal to 0. Again, find the fraction of kinetic energy lost by the neutron. In formula, fraction of K lost by the neutron is equal. Neutron in the first body here, fraction of k lost by the first body here, formula 4m1 into the m1 plus m2 whole square. This is equal 4m1 m2 by m1 plus m2 whole square. That is equal to 4 into m1 is equal to m, m2 is equal to a into m by m plus am whole square. That is equal to 4 into m into a into m by ఇక్కడ m కాంప్లిమెంట్ స్క్వేర్ వస్తుంది కాబట్టి m స్క్వేర్ into 1 plus a whole square. m square cancel. That is equal to 4a by 1 plus a whole square. This is the fraction of k lost by the neutron. And second question ఏంటి? What is the fraction of kinetic energy gained by the heavy nucleus? Sorry. Fraction of kinetic energy retained in the neutron is equal. Fraction of K retained in the nucleus is given by what the formula? Fraction of K retained in the first body plus equal to m minus m by m minus m2 whole square. So this is m1 minus m2 by m1 plus m2 whole square. m1 is also equal to m, m2 is equal to n into a into m by m1 plus m2 is m plus am whole square. m and common is cancellation. This is equal to 1 minus a by 1 plus a whole square. There are sometimes it is written as a minus 1 by a plus 1 whole square. This is the fraction of k in the neutron. or in the lighter water. ఈ ప్రాబ్లం చాలా సార్లు ఎగ్జామినేషన్ జరిగేది, రిమెంబర్ దిస్ వన్. ఓకే, రైట్. చూడండి, హియర్ perfectly inelastic collisions, second type of collision, inelastic collisions. In case of inelastic collisions, momentum is conserved. Second point is kinetic energy Ke is not conserved. Kinetic energy conserved kaadu. Third one, total mechanical energy is conserved or constant. This is the difference between perfectly inelastic collisions and also elastic collisions. అక్కడేమో kinetic energy conserve అవుతుంది, kinetic energy conserve అవుతుంది, ఒకటే difference. Okay, so for perfectly inelastic collision, first body, mass of the body to be m1, its initial velocity is 1. Second body, mass is equal to m2, its velocity is equal to u2. This is the situation before collision. So after collision, let the two bodies are stick together with a common velocity. Stick together with a common velocity. And v1 is equal to v2 is equal to v. They is the common velocity. This is after collision. Collision of. Okay. So after collision, let the two bodies are combined to form a single body with a constant velocity, and the collision is said to be perfectly inelastic. So in this perfectly inelastic collision, how do we find the common velocity? According to conservation of momentum, you know, m1 u1 plus m2 u2 before collision is equal to collision tarvata m1v plus m2v. Both are moving same velocity. V common v into m1 plus m. Therefore, common velocity of two bodies v is equal to m1 u1 plus m2 u2 by m1 plus m. ఇది ఫార్ములా ఫర్ కామన్ వెలాసిటీ. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ చూడండి, బిఫోర్ collision let the two bodies are moving on the same direction. ఇక్కడ ప్లస్ తీసుకోండి. Before collision let the two bodies are moving opposite to each other, minus m1 u1 minus m. అలా కాకుండా before collision చూడండి, let the two bodies are moving with a velocity u1, ఇదేమో u2 అనుకుందాం, అవునా? ఇప్పుడు కామన్ వెలాసిటీ కనుక్కుంటే మనకి కామన్ వెలాసిటీ v is equal to కామన్ వెలాసిటీ v is equal to ఏదా m1 u1 minus m2 u2 by m1 plus m2 into m1 plus m. ఇది కామన్ వెలాసిటీ. m1 u1 plus m2 u2 minus m2 u2 by m1 plus m. ఇప్పుడు బిఫోర్ collision let the two bodies are moving in opposite directions. Suppose ఇక్కడ v is equal to positive value వచ్చింది అనుకోండి, v positive వస్తే the two bodies are moving along the direction of motion of the first body after collision. Suppose if v should be negative value వచ్చింది అనుకోండి, collision తర్వాత రెండు కలిసి సెకండ్ బాడీ డైరెక్షన్ దాన్ని కలుపుతారు. Next case 2, if the two bodies are moving perpendicular to each other before collision, ఇది m1 velocity u1 and this is m2 velocity is equal to u2. రెండు perpendicular గా ఉన్నాయి. After collision let the two bodies are stick together with a velocity v అనుకుంటే, ఈ సిచువేషన్ లో కామన్ వెలాసిటీ v is equal to root of m1 u1 square plus m2 u2 square by m1 plus m. ఇది ఫార్ములా ఫర్ కామన్ వెలాసిటీ ఆఫ్ బోత్ ఆఫ్ బాడీస్ ఆఫ్టర్ collision. ఓకే, మరి ఇక్కడ కామన్ వెలాసిటీ దిస్ మేక్స్ an angle theta with direction of motion of the first body అనుకుంటే, here tan theta is equal to, you know, tan theta is equal to this value by this. This is similar to m2 u2. ఇది m1 u1. But tan theta is equal to m2 u2 by m1. Okay, this is perfectly inelastic collision, loss of velocity formula. మరి ఇక్కడ kinetic energy not controlled అన్నా. Kinetic energy not controlled means into total kinetic energy after collision. That means there is some loss of kinetic energy. Here, what is loss of kinetic energy? Loss of kinetic energy is equal to delta K. Delta K is the formula of m1 m2 by m1 plus m2 into u1 minus u2 whole square. This is the formula for loss of kinetic energy. ఏ లాస్ లో ఉంది ఇక్కడ చెప్పండి. ఇక్కడ లాస్ ఆఫ్ కైనెటిక్ ఎనర్జీ అంటే రెండు లాస్ అంటే ఫైనల్ కైనెటిక్ ఎనర్జీ మైనస్ ఇనిషియల్ కైనెటిక్ ఎనర్జీ షుడ్ బి ఈక్వల్ టు total initial kinetic energy minus total final kinetic energy should be equal to loss of kinetic energy. This loss of kinetic energy will be limited in the form of light energy or heat energy, whatever. Right. This is formula for loss of kinetic energy. See here, my dear students, here there is one important condition. Suppose if u2 is equal to 0 and before collision the second body is at rest. Second body is at rest. Second body is slow. What is the formula for common velocity? Common velocity of two bodies after collision is equal to m1 u1 0 రెండవది by m1 plus. Okay. Second one, loss of kinetic energy delta K is equal to ఇక్కడ u2 0 అంటే half m1 m2 by m1 plus m2 into only u1 u2 0. ఇది లాస్ ఆఫ్ kinetic energy. మరి ఇక్కడ kinetic energy ఏ లాస్ అవుతుంది? బిఫోర్ కొలిజన్ సెకండ్ బాడీ ఇస్ ఎట్ రెస్ట్. టోటల్ kinetic energy అంటే that is lying in the first body diagram. Okay, here some kinetic energy lost by the first body. Enough. What is the fraction of K lost by the first body? Fraction of K lost by the first body is given by loss of kinetic energy half m1 m2 by m1 plus m2 into u1 square by initial kinetic. Fraction means loss of K by initial K means half m1 u1 square. 1 by 2 cancel, m1 cancel, u1 square cancel. This is equal to m2 by m1 plus. What is it? Fraction of kinetic energy lost by the first body. In the same way, what is the fraction of K? Fraction of K retained in the first body is equal to ఎంత మిగిలింది. Retained in first body is given by formula realization. This is m1 by m1. గుర్తుంచుకోండి ఇక్కడ fraction of K lost ఎంత అంటే m2 by fraction of K retained ఎంత అంటే m1 by m1 plus m2. So these are the some important applications for perfectly inelastic collisions. Okay, formulas almost చాలా formulas. Okay, right. Next, see here, how do you define the coefficient of association between two colliding bodies? Generally, it is defined as E is equal to V2 minus V1 by U1 minus 2. And the ratio between relative velocity after collision by relative velocity before collision. It is not the coefficient of diffusion. And coefficient of diffusion is unitless, dimensionless. It does not have any units and dimensions. But by lower value of E, we will estimate whether the collision is elastic or inelastic or semi-elastic. Suppose E is equal to 1 in case of perfectly elastic collisions. Perfectly elastic collisions E is equal to 1. E is equal to 0 for perfectly inelastic collisions, and the value of E lies between 0 and 1. 0 is less than 1 in case of for semi-elastic collisions. semi-elastic or inelastic balloon. Sorry. Okay, right. Semi-elastic balloon. C got the nice and clear. Okay. ఇప్పుడు మనకి suppose a body is dropped from a height h onto a level floor. After collision with the ground, it rebounds to a height h1. Rebounds to a height h1. Find the coefficient of reflection between the body and surface of the body. Coefficient of reflection E is equal to root of h1 by h. Equal to root of h1 by h. D నుంచి what the formula of h1? Square చేసినప్పుడు both sides. E square equal to h1 by h. Or h1 is equal to E square into h. What is h1? Height divided by the body after first collision with the ground. Similarly, height divided after second collision with the ground, h2 is equal to e power 4 into h. After n collision with the ground, hn is equal to e power 2n into h. E power 2n into h. Remember this formula. Height divided by the body after n collision with the ground, hn is equal to e power 2n into h. Next again, velocity of the body after n collision with the ground is given by e power m into u, where u is equal to velocity with which the body must rise the ground. First collision of velocity and e into u. Second collision of velocity e square into u. After n collision, the velocity of the body is equal to e power n into u. Remember these two formulas very important. Okay. Next again here something application. A body is dropped from a height h onto the level floor. So after first collision with the ground, it rises to certain height and again falling on the ground. After second collision like this, third collision, fourth collision and so on. After number of collisions, the body will reach the ground at rest. In case lo, what the value of total displacement? బాగా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలంటే ఫార్ములాస్ ఉంటాయి. Total displacement of the body is h. Displacement h. And total distance traveled by the body before coming to stop is equal to h into 1 plus e square by 1 minus e square. Total distance traveled by the body before coming to stop formula. అలానే total time taken by the body to come to rest is given by e is equal to root of 2h by g into 1 plus c by 1 minus c. Total time taken by the body to come to rest. This is total time. Next one.